Okay, finding the least common multiple of a set of expressions here, or terms. This is going to be Chapter 9, Section 2, Example 1. So if we're going to look through these, we've got to find the least common multiple, so the smallest thing that they can all divide into. So I'm going to look at my numbers. I've got a 15, and a 20. If you do the listing method, you got 15 and 30, and you've got 20 and 40. And then this would go 45, and this would go 60, and this would be 60. So the first thing I would do is my least common multiple of my numbers is 60. Next, I would look at my letters. I've got an a squared and an a cubed. So I know my least common multiple there is an a cubed. Then I look at my b's. I've got a b cubed, a b to the 5th. So that's going to be b to the 5th. Again, you want to go to the bigger one. And the last thing, I've got a c squared and a c to the 6th. So that's c to the 6th. So my least common multiple of those three terms is going to be 60a cubed, b to the 5th, c to the 6th. If I get a little bit more complex and I find the least common multiple, and this time of two trinomials, well, I'm going to have to factor these things to figure out what my least common multiple is going to be. So the first step on the top one is they've got an x in common, so I'm going to take out my x. That's going to leave x squared minus x minus 2. And then I'm going to factor it. I'm a little short on room over there. Better come right below it. So my x drops straight down, and then I got to factor this x squared minus x minus 2. And using this method, we're going to multiply to get a negative 2 and add to get a negative 1. So that's going to be a minus 2 plus 1. And minus 2 plus 1 together makes a negative 1, and minus 2 times 1 gives you negative 2. So it's going to be x minus 2, x plus 1. That one's factored. And then I want to factor my bottom one, and there's no common factor, so I just would go straight to my two binomials. And again, this is going to be, I'm going to do this one in blue here, so I don't get confused between the two. So I want to multiply to get 4 and add to get a negative 4, so that's going to be a 2 and a 2, and they both have to be negatives. So it's going to be x minus 2, x minus 2. And then you want to find the greatest combination here. So the top one has an x, so we have to use an x. They both have an x squared, or x minus 2, so I'm going to use an x minus 2. And then the top one has an x plus 1, and the bottom one has an x minus 2. So this big thing here is my least common multiple of those two trinomials. Now I could multiply them all together, but I'm just going to leave them because where we're going, we're going to want them all multiplied or all divided out into their factors so we can work on reducing our fractions.